This month, the three biggest names in luxury reported their first quarter. None of them grew the way they were supposed to. And it is not because of the conflict. Don't believe me? Come closer. In the first quarter 2026 results that just came out as I'm filming this video, the three biggest names in luxury all came in below expectations. LVMH, up 1%. Analysts expected 1.5%. Kering Gucci alone is down 14%. The whole group is bleeding. Hermès, up almost 6%, the strongest of the three, still below estimates. And on top of all this, the conflict between Israel and Iran started on February 28th. Dubai mall traffic dropped 50% in the weeks that followed. And here is where most people are reading this wrong. Listen. Most articles will blame the conflict. The conflict hurt. That is true. But the conflict took maybe 1 percentage point out of the quarter. Luxury was already not growing for 3 years since the post-pandemic rush ended in 2023. The conflict did not stop the recovery. This conflict removed the mask that was pretending the recovery was coming. And you see it clearly in who is bleeding the most. Here is where it gets interesting. Gucci is down 14%. That is not a geopolitical number. That is a brand number. This crisis did not stop people in Milan, Paris, or New York from walking past Gucci stores. They are walking past on their own. Now look at Kering's response. Their new CEO is Luca, the man who ran Renault. A car executive running luxury? Renault is not luxury. Renault is operations, cost, scale, distribution. When you hire a Renault CEO to fix Gucci, you are not telling the market a creative story. You are telling the market this is now an industrial problem. Quick one before we go deeper. 2 questions for you. Tell me below. 1. Is the conflict what stopped luxury, or were the cracks already there? 2. A Renault CEO at the top of Gucci. Smart bet or desperate one? And if nothing comes to mind to write, just drop a ring emoji in the comments. Those who know me know why. For everyone else, it's a small gesture that helps me and the channel. Hit the like if this is landing. I do not read this like a financial analyst would. I read it from where I sit, between the mills that produce Italian fabric and the brands that buy it. The same brands you just heard about. They are downstream of me. So when their numbers slow down, I do not read it in a press release. I read it in the order books of the mills 6 months before the press release. And here is what most people miss. In a previous video, I told you raw wool is up 74% in dollar terms. Now the brands are reporting flat or falling growth. Put those two numbers next to each other. Cost of materials, up, sharply. Selling power of the brand, down or flat. That is a margin sandwich. The mill on one side, the slowing brand on the other. The agent, me, squeezed in the middle. This is not a forecast. This is what I see in my own order book. So 3 things to take from this. 1. The luxury slowdown is not a conflict story. The conflict added 1 point. The other points were already missing. 2. When a luxury group hires a Renault CEO, it is admitting the problem is operations, not creativity. That is a tell. 3. Raw materials up, brand pricing power flat. The middle of the chain, mills, agents, is where the pressure lands first. That is where to watch what breaks next. I want to know what you think. If your favorite luxury brand had to choose, keep the same product and raise the price, or cheapen the product and keep the price, which one would lose your trust faster? Tell me below. I am genuinely curious where people draw that line. And one more thing before I let you go. If brands are squeezed and raw materials are up, you would think the rest of the supply chain is at least stable. It is not. One of the most invisible pieces of your wardrobe just filed for Chapter 11. LYCRA, the stretch fiber, the thing that makes your jeans flex, your swimsuit recover its shape, your gym wear move with you. Filed for Chapter 11 on March 17th, $1.2 billion in debt being restructured. The next video in this series unpacks who pays when the invisible breaks. On my right, when it goes up, and on my left, if you missed it, the video on raw wool prices I mentioned earlier. Watch them in order. The next one lands shortly after this video goes up. When both are live, they tell one story together. Stay curious. Talk soon.